Alright, BoLS fans, we got a brand new battle report for you today. This time I'm taking two of my favorite protectorate things. I've got my Judicator, and I've also got the Harbinger and a nice little pirate module here. Everybody knows about Sea Dogs and privateers in general. They have that incredible penchant for staying alive with their 4+ tough rolls. It's going to make them really hard to take out. Now, if you add the Attendant Priest to those units, they become friendly protectorate Sea Dog and privateer models, and that means that the Harbinger here can use martyrdom to keep them alive, make them extra difficult to kill. So my basic premise here is I've got these two incredible tar pit units to make sure that my Judicator can go where I want, when I want it there, and that nothing can really get the drop on it because I've got these really resilient units that they've got to chew through first. Also in this list we've got Mercenary Solo Madeline Corbeau. One of the cool things she does is give the Harbinger an extra inch to her command. That means she can snag some extra Sea Dogs in that 11-inch command radius that gives her. So that's some more martyrdom she can do, and it also can give her a free 3-inch move at the start of her activation if enemy models are within Madeline Corbeau's command. And that can be really great with Harbinger because her auto-hitting sword means she can be a great caster killer, but she has to get there first. Other than that, we've just got the usual goodies. Of course, we've got the book over there to keep these Sea Dogs from being knocked down when they make their tough rolls or when the Harbinger martyrdoms them. And Rupert Carvalho for extra tough rolls, so I don't have to burn through Rock Bottom's coins quite so fast. Now over on the right, Nick has brought along one of his most favorite armies to play. It's Epic Magnus' Bad Seeds tier list. Nick, you have anything you want to say about this army of yours?
This is really the reason I like to play Warmachine. It's my favorite guy, Magnus, with a bunch of deserter Signarans. And I have absolutely zero strategy with it against this list here.
Alright, well, we're going to do the first turn. We'll come right back and show you what happened. Probably just a lot of moving. We'll start filming again after our turn 1. Alright, so that is both our turn 1s over and done with. Nick got to move his jacks up way up the field, thanks to mobility and the tier benefit, wherein each one of Magnus's jacks gets a free focus on the first turn. Obviously I moved a lot of my army up too, but the really cool news for me was that after I ran my Judicator, my vassal let him do an ancillary attack, and he shot a rocket pod over at those rangers and took out 2 of them. So I'm pretty stoked, first blood and all that. And Nick has some Sword Knights that he can bring in as ambushers, again as per the Magnus Bad Seeds tier special rules. So it should be an interesting next turn, and we will come right back once it is completed. Alright, sitting here on my binder in my Judicator Wreck marker is my little pile of shame. These are the fallen soldiers from the previous turn, and you can see that Doc is among them, something I will probably never be able to forgive Nick for. Over here we've got Sword Knights, Sword Knights, Sword Knights coming in on my flank, threatening the Harbinger, but she hasn't feeded yet. I think that's going to be a pretty good counter to them. We've got Sea Dogs, of course, over here, within charge range of my pirates. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Magnus did not use his feet this turn. He just couldn't quite get close enough to grab enough models. So that means I'm not tied down. Otherwise though, pretty much looking forward to this turn, but honestly the really shameful thing that happened last turn was me way overusing Martyrdom. Harby's down to 9 damage now. That was probably not the wisest decision on my part. Probably could have bared to cope with the loss of a few more pirates. So we will come back after my next turn. Alright, end of my turn 2. Didn't manage to kill as many Sword Knights as I wanted to, but that's not so bad because Harby's feet is up. If they try to move any closer, they'll take POW 14s. Right in the middle, I did manage to kill quite a lot of Trenchers. I even got a few Sea Dogs back with my press gangers, although unfortunately I then proceeded to kill 2 of them with a rocket pod shot that went awry. So Harby healed herself. She's back up to 16 health. thanks to some spent focus and the help of the Hierophant. So she's doing a lot better after all that martyrdoming I did last turn. So Nick will get his turn underway and we'll see what happens with him. Alright, this was a pretty nasty turn for me. I lost a lot more pirates because his guns are closing in. I can't afford to just go martyrdoming everything I want to. He also took down Rock Bottom, and he feeded. Now my poor Judicator is closed in. Can only move towards the side table edges, so that means it can't get into melee with any of these jacks over here, and they're all in range to charge it. So I'm going to have to hope that maybe some rocket pods or something will be able to take a few hits off of them. Not really sure what to cover other than that, so after my mostly uneventful turn of not being able to move where I want, we will come back and see what happened. Alright, not as good as I would have liked. Judicator shot off his flamethrowers. They had some nice Hymn of Battle action going on, giving him a +2/+2. Boosted a lot of damage against the Mangler. Did pretty good, pretty good. Took out his movement, but really would have liked to have gone for an arm, especially the Cortex there. That would have been ideal. So, other than not being able to run or charge, he's still in pretty good fighting shape. Managed to take some little bits and pieces off some other guys with some shooting. Took out Orin Midwinter with a nice boxcars to hit rocket pod roll. So that was good. That little guy's not going to pester me anymore. But the Harbinger's feet is down. I've got some Sword Knights over there who are in charge range. And I've got quite a few jacks over here that may be able to charge the Judicator. So not really looking forward to the potential for incoming damage next turn. The Judicator's a tough guy. I think he can take it. We'll see what happens after next turn. Alright, in epic battle, Mangler v Judicator. The Mangler made a rather poor showing. The Judicator still has about half its boxes left. Most importantly, its right arm system is still functioning. So, and its its whole left side is pretty much fine. So it's going to be able to strike back at these warjacks with impunity. And, you know, it's not really the Mangler's fault. Magnus did cast Calamity over there, so the Mangler was swinging at 19s and 17s. But Nick's dice, they just felt like failing, and that's really all there is to it. Lots of bad rolls for the Mangler. So, well, I'm pretty sure the Judicator would have still survived. He probably would have been missing a side. Fortunately, I would have had the mechanic to fix that. Every once in a while, they'll fail those rolls, so it's nice to know I don't have to worry about that. So, on the other side, Sword Knights, now that they don't have to worry about getting hit by POW 14s, they've made their way quickly to Harbinger. I'm really not that worried about them. They're only mat 6, and she does have the whole awe thing going on, so they're going to need 10s to hit her. I'm thinking she'll probably mop up a few of them herself, keep some focus for herself. Other than that, though, what I'm looking forward to, main event, Judicator, get some Hymn of Battle love, some Vassal love, and just punches the living tar out of these two warjacks that dared to defy him. That is what I'm looking forward to in my upcoming turn. If it goes well, you'll get to hear about it when we come back. Alright, well, great Judicator turn. Actually, something a little unusual. Got his ancillary attack as his first one before I actually activated him. And even though this wasn't what I was going for, he actually managed to wipe out the Mangler with that one attack because he rolled so high. That meant during his activation he could move up, close the gap, and during that activation he also managed to finish off the Defender and the Charger. Sea Dogs moved in, tried to finish off the Renegade. My Lass is over there trying to make the Charger's life a little harder. I know he's going to want to shoot at Harbinger, so at the very least I'm going to make sure he takes a free strike. And over here, Harbinger has a couple of Sword Knights that probably want to kill her. She took out a few herself, but I kept rolling low for damage, and to my own stupidity, instead of just letting it lie, I bought a few more attacks than I should have. So now I'm a little worried that her armor's a bit low. So we're going to have to see what happens. Nick still has a couple of pieces left that could end her day. I'm still feeling optimistic though, because that was a great turn. Oh, and the Hierophant, between the Hierophant and previous turns replenishing her health by spending focus, she is back up to 17 health despite all the martyrdoming she's been doing. So let's see what happens. Let's see if Nick can pull off the assassination in the very end. Alright, this is what things look like for Harvey last turn. And honestly, it's pretty much just luck that I didn't lose this game. Nick came incredibly close to defeating her. In the end, she has 5 hits left on her, but that's really more of an indication of the one charger attack he missed with. Basically, if he'd hit with that charger attack, boosted it, she'd be a goner right now, almost for sure. So she's still kicking, and in defiance, Nick has decided to go ahead and charge the Judicator with Magnus. Now, because the guy has armor piercing, he actually did manage to take off both of the Judicator's arms. So it's really not in the best fighting condition, but I'm going to try to repair it. And I already put 3 focus on the Judicator. So as long as I can repair that right arm, I think Magnus is going to get punched into the ground. Let's see what happens. Alright, the mechanic did his job. Not only did he successfully pass his skill check, he also rolled a 6 for repair. He's been rolling 1s every turn, but this time he knew it was important, got me a nice 6. The Judicator is up and kicking, so I'm about to start throwing some rolls on Magnus there. I've already done the Hymn of Battle, so everything's cool on that side. So let's see. I'm just going to do unboosted attack, unboosted damage, because Magnus is only Def 14. Judicator's Mat 8 right now with Hymn of Battle, so he only needs 6s to hit. Let's see if I can do it. Alright, attack 1. There we go. That's how we like to start things off. Alright, Magnus is going to take a POW 22 that is plus 5 to damage. So that is 13. Does he have it? He's got 1 left. Alright, an initial and 3 focus to go. Let's see if I can get another 6. No. Alright. Buying another. There we go. There it is, folks. With plus 5 to the roll, Magnus is gone. Punched out. And the Protectorate wins the day. Thanks for an awesome game, Nick. How did you feel in your first battle against the Judicator here?
I don't know. I just hate these Colossals, I gotta be honest.
Alright, not a fan of Colossals. But the Galleon comes out this month. Don't you think Magnus deserves one of his own?
I guess you're right.
Alright.
Fair play.
Okay, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.